رمضان يا رمضان يا نفحة الرحمن رمضان يا رمضان شهر جود وغفران رمضان يا رمضان يا نفحة الرحمن رمضان يا رمضان شهر جود وغفران كل عام يأتي زائر ليته
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abiba Adedoyin Kukoyi, and you're welcome to our program, The Pathway to Jannah, being brought to you by Ames Media. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ káàbọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n bi yín gan. Ta ni òjíṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí jù gan? Which of the prophets do you love most? And how much do you know about this prophet? Now, during this month of Ramadan, I want to implore you to do your findings. Get used to knowing your favorite prophet. What are the things he used to do? What are the likes and dislikes? What are his sayings? Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan báyìí ló máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ní pàápàá nínú oṣù tá a wà nínú ẹ̀ yìí. Mo kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ níkẹ́ọlá. Ká tẹ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ program wa, ẹ jẹ́ kí n béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín, ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbádùn àwọn nǹkan tá a mú wá fún yín? Ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé ní àti iléeṣẹ́ Ames Media a ní fún yín ní nǹkan tí ó dáa. We made a promise to you and we just hope you're enjoying every bit of our package. It is not going to be an exception. Today, yes, it's loaded, it's well packaged. We want to say a very big thank you to our collaborators, to all that have been sponsoring. We made a cry and you answered. Eworan, Shetiri, láti ilé-iṣẹ́ Viva. We have our product here. We have from Bint Ibrahim, we have our product here. Kakatin also have supported. Alaja Shupen also have supported. Look at our mega prize. Yes, this is our mega prize. And you know, every time, Lamani mega prize for the winner. This is one of it. And we also have our products from Biggie. We're still expecting more. Biggie, last year you did way better. We hope you do a lot more. Because we had all our snacks, we had our biscuits, we had our drinks. This year, we thank you all so very much, and we pray Almighty Allah continue to increase us in wisdom and also bless our businesses. Thank you again.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sulaiman Bakia. I'm a student of University of Lagos Muslim Community Arabic School, and I'm here to recite Surah An-Nazihat, verse 1 to 10, which talk about the day of judgment, resolution, angels' rules, child's deliver, questioning, reward, and punishment. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والناديات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا يوم ترجف الراجفة تتبعها الراجفة قلوب يومئذ واجفة أبصارها خاشعة يقولون أئنا لمردودون في الحافرة أإذا كنا عظاما نخرا قالوا تلك إذا كرة الخاسرة فإنما هي دجرة واحدة فإذا هم بالساهرة هل أتاك حديث موسى صدق الله المولانا العظيم.
We have different segments for your pleasure. Quranic recitation.
كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم.
Halal menu from our kitchen. Stories from Sarah for the children.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, in the year 570 AD.
Admonition from our scholars.
Islam as a religion starts with knowledge.
Tips on Hajj, the fifth pillar.
Hajj, Allah says, I have called upon you to visit my own house.
Ethical finance.
Non-interest banking has really positively impacted into my own life and the general Muslim Ummah.
We seek for your partnership, for your collaboration to promote this program. I know you can do it. You can also use it as a medium to pay your zakat. Let us do this for the cause of Almighty Allah. And may Allah bless us, guide us, and protect us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You're not supposed to be proud of yourself. You should always obey Allah.
Are you desirous of ethical media content for your child?
Today, we will be looking at a great prophet of Allah.
The Seerah of the Prophets, with children and young adults, takes us down memory lane on the life of the prophets and Sahabas.
Prophet Nuh, Prophet Yusuf, Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Yunus, Prophet Musa, Prophet Isa, Prophet Adam.
Prophet Adam is not just the prophet of Allah, but the first man created by Allah. Prophet Yusuf was the most handsome creature. Prophet Ayub is a special prophet of Allah.
Partner with us on this unique program to provide halal alternative to our young ones and the young at heart.
This program is designed to tell stories from the lives of prophets of Allah.
For details, contact us.
ليس كل الناس أهل للعلاء خذ قرارا رمضان محمد
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Ramadan Mubarak. It's another segment of our program, Stories from the Seerah. I have in the studio with me my friends from Farida Children's School, and we have been joined today by children from Great Khilafa College. Say Salaam Alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, in the last episode, we talked about the story of Prophet Adam. Today, we are continuing our story on Prophet Adam. And at the point God chased Shaitan out of his mercy, God created another being out of Adam, because Adam could not live alone in the paradise. So God created somebody from him, and she was named Hawa. Hawa became the wife of Adam, and the two of them were asked by Allah to live in the garden of paradise. They are to live there, eat everything they could find around, drink everything they could find around. But Allah warned them that they should not touch a particular tree and never to eat of its fruit. That was the instruction given to them by Allah. But of all other trees, they could eat. But one particular tree, they must not touch it and eat of the fruit. But Shaitan, don't forget him, whom God had caused, while he was moving away from the mercy of Allah, he threatened that he was going to ensure that Adam and every other person connected to Adam, he would not allow them to obey God. And Shaitan whispered into the ear, onto the heart of Adam and his wife. And he told them, that tree which God said you should not eat, God asked you not to eat because that tree, if you eat of it, you will live forever. You will not die. So Adam and his wife Hawa were deceived. And what did they do? They approached the tree and they ate of the fruit. When they did that, God saw them. And God said, oh, you have misbehaved. You disobeyed me. I asked you not to touch the tree, and you have touched and you have ate. For that reason, you are leaving this place. Because in that paradise, no act of disobedience is allowed. If you must stay in that paradise, you must obey God all the time. And God said, you are going to leave this place. But unlike Shaitan, who did not beg God when he misbehaved, Adam and his wife, they bowed down and they begged God. In fact, they offered a prayer. Rabbana zolamuna anfusana wa ilam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna min al-khasirin. O our God, we have wronged ourselves. And if you fail to show mercy on us, we will be losers. Allah said, because they begged me, I forgave 2 of them.
My name is Dr. Adebola Nurat Akilabi Babalola, the president of Sisters in Deen Foundation, the custodian of Beti Sekina Orphanage. At Sisters in Deen Foundation, we believe that social inclusion of orphans and the vulnerable youth is critical to a peaceful society. Hence our motivation to discuss. Over the years, we've been able to provide quality education, good health care, capacity development for hundreds of orphans and vulnerable youths. All of this in a conducive, serene and loving environment till date. Our immediate need is a bigger space for gender-specific accommodation to cater for the needs of our rapidly growing teenagers. Hence the theme, expansion for greater positive impact. We thank you for your support over the years. We thank you for being part of our success story. As you continuously invest in the future of orphans and the vulnerable youth, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you as you continuously invest in the future of the orphans and by extension, your akhirah. Jazakumullah khairan, Ramadan Mubarak.
The Tenant Schools, crèche, nursery, primary, junior secondary and senior secondary school. The Tenant Schools was established to provide foundational educational services delivered to produce generation of future leaders who are God-fearing, intellectually sound and morally upright. The Tenant Schools is located at 5 and 6 Tudepopola Street, Ishokon Estate, Oriokuta Junction, Agbik, Ikorodu, Lagos. The Tenant Schools, excellence in principles and practice.
I forgave them, but in spite of Allah's forgiveness, they could no longer stay in that garden. So God asked them to come onto the earth, where they are not going to live their lives on the earth. You know, they were formerly in heavens. So God now sent them from heavens and said, they come to the earth, where they will now walk for a return to that garden. So Adam and Hawa and their children that will be coming, whomsoever amongst them walk righteously will return to the garden and start everlasting enjoyment. But whoever amongst them follow Shaitan, God said, Shaitan and those who follow him will end up in hellfire. So you could see that Adam misbehaved, but they asked for forgiveness and Allah forgave them. From what you have listened, can anybody tell me the lessons you have learned? Yes. Let me hear from you.
You should always ask for forgiveness.
Yes. Whenever we make mistakes or error, we must learn to do what? Ask for forgiveness. Wonderful. Yeah, tell me.
To be obedient.
Yes. Because it's good to be obedient. If Adam and Hawa, his wife, if they had not misbehaved and disobeyed God, God wouldn't have asked them to come down to earth. Any other lesson? Let me hear from you.
You should never say you're too big or too small to ask Allah for forgiveness.
Yes, wonderful. You should never feel too big to ask for Allah's forgiveness. Not just Allah. Once you offend somebody, you must learn to ask for the person's forgiveness, and that will bring peace and harmony amongst us. Any other lessons? Oh, let me hear from you.
You must not be disobedient.
Yes, we must not be disobedient. Any other? Oh, from Great Khalifa, let me hear from you.
We should obey Allah's commandments.
We must obey Allah's commandment. You seem to understand the lessons from this story. You can see, and Adam is now on earth. He has left, Adam and his wife have left paradise. They are not on earth. So in the next segment, we'll now look at how did Adam live on earth. Did he have children? And if he had, what happened to those children? We will look at it together, and we'll be able to also bring for those who are watching us the lessons to learn. On that note, we'll come back for the final part on the story of Prophet Adam. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Largest in the world, a coastline of well over 850 kilometers. That means you could, beaches and what people go to the Caribbean for. You actually could do that here. And over 14 million hectares of inland water, including the Niger and River Benue. 220 million vibrant, energetic individuals, diverse culture. A number of times we disagree, but in our diversity, there should be strength. And of course, we have a youthful bulge. About 70% of us are below the age of 35. And about 96% of us were not born or were born after the Civil War. So it's quite a very youthful population, the consumers of the future, the workforce of the future. Over 70 million agricultural land, which of course we've put to different uses, cocoa, and etc. And many other positive things you can think about. But also on the flip side, the ease and cost of doing business is terrible. It's not easy to do business here. It's expensive to do business here. For most organizations, electricity supply is additional 35% extra cost. Security is additional 22% extra cost. And so when you lay on 35% power, 25% security, your product can't be competitive with those in other climes. Corruption continues to be an issue, and adherence to the rule of law continues to be challenging. And so we've seen that leading to low investment. In the last 6 or 7 years, the nation has not received up to $1 billion of foreign direct investment. So that is the paradox. But what for me is a bit more concerning is that we play too much. We don't take ourselves serious enough, and there's really no sense of urgency. As far as I know, we've been talking about never expect power always. In 2016, Egypt signed a deal with Siemens, and in 3 years, they delivered 14.4 gigawatt extra power. Nigeria signed a deal in 2018 with same Siemens. We're still waiting. We've been importing petrol for so long, and we're doing turnaround maintenance of our refineries yet for so long. Hopefully, Dangote refinery will come upstream. And 2 weeks ago, NNPC informed us that within a decade, we're likely to stop importing PMS. We say cost of governance is expensive, but in 2012, Orosaye report was submitted. Then we had about 500 MDAs. Today we have over 900 MDAs. The last time inflation was a single digit was 2017 January. And that was also about the same time that farmers' elders clashes became real issue. And so you ask ourselves, are we really serious? The last time, or the last period we recorded high growth in terms of GDP was before pipeline vandalization, was before militancy in the South-South. There's rapid urbanization at 53%, but we're not investing in infrastructure for the urban community. We want businesses to thrive. We want investors to come in. Yet last year, between Adamawa and Uyo, we had 154 checkpoints. So we could say there's insecurity, maybe. But 2 weeks ago, between Agbara and Seme, 46 checkpoints, just 2 weeks ago. So there are hard issues, but there are also soft issues that we can solve easily. Nigeria is the only country that I know, since I've been traveling, that at the airport you will have a DSS check, you have a immigration check. In most countries, just one collaborative check. And according to Taiwo Oyedele, the chair of the Fiscal Policy Commission, motorists pay 73 taxes to move their goods from the north to the south. And you wonder why things are expensive. Insecurity has chased farmers away in the last 2 years.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello. In 2020 financial year, after paying our claims and other expenses, Jais Takaful Insurance distributed the sum of 84.5 billion naira to eligible participants who did not suffer any loss. This is in fulfillment of our obligation.
You can now see how very important it is to choose a company with experience and integrity, but closely guided by the philosophy of caring and sharing.
It is another season of surplus distribution.
To join the list of our exciting participants on all Takaful products, contact us today.
I know this is a part you love to have. Don't worry, I'm here. And I have my question with me for you. Now, the question is this. What surah is encouraged to be recited during witri prayer? What surah is encouraged to be recited during witri prayer? Ní tá bá fẹ́ kí witri, surah wo ni prophet yẹn encourage wa láti máa kà? Tẹ́ bá mọ̀, if you know it, send your answers to our Facebook page. That is Ames Media Company Limited. Again, Ames Media Company Limited. Ibẹ̀ ni kẹ́ send answer yín sí. And as usual, ẹni tí correct answer ẹ bá kọ́kọ́ wọlé ló máa láǹfààní láti jẹ àwọn ẹ̀bùn tá a kó jọ yìí. Ibi báyìí la máa fi àdàgbà ètò tèmi la máa fi rọ̀ sí. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until then, I want to encourage you to enjoy your beautiful meal. Habiba Adedoyin Kukoyi is signing out, saying, Assalamu alaikum ta'ala barakatuh. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد